Okay, let's go right now then. Okay, good morning to you, Dennis. Good morning to you, Edwin, Carol, Liu, and Janet. All right, good morning to you. Today is the 8th of February, 2022. Today is Tuesday. Now, Tuesday means it's Super Tuesday. Super Tuesday means that later on at about 1:30 p.m. Now, why the timing is not consistent? Because I do have some meetings in the afternoon. So my next meeting is at about 3 o'clock. So that's why I have to move it a bit earlier. So at 1:30 p.m., we will have our TWB Super Tuesday revision. All right, it's going to be a good session because I'm going to show to you our latest baby, our latest features coming up. That's where the charts is, plus the Telegram channel. All right, so I'll show it to you live and I'll let you see the thing itself. Okay, so at 1:30 to 2:30 p.m., I'll see you same place at TWB Revision Group. Okay, so for today, you can see very clearly today we have a lot of pictures for my MAO what do you call poster. You can see that we have Bitcoin. Bitcoin has went up again to 42,000. And then of course we have the current tension in Ukraine. And of course we have Meta, all right, having a bit of problem right now. Yeah, so-called angel investor, Mr. Peter Thiel. This is the guy when he was young, together with Elon Musk. That's how Elon Musk looks like when he was much younger with lesser hair. So it seems like when you are rich, right, you can grow hairs, yeah? Okay, anyway, Peter Thiel has left the board of Facebook, all right, because of, I believe it's because that he has some legal suit on him, and I think that it makes sense for him to leave right now. And of course, we will have our earnings still ongoing, and more important is that the CPI data is coming on Thursday, and people are getting a bit worried because some people are looking at even 7 interest rate hikes. All right, this is ridiculous to me, but of course, you know, this is the mainstream media. They can report whatever they think so, and some people watching it themselves, they don't care, they don't bother, yeah? All right, so apology that. So NASDAQ continues to profit take now. It is almost like a day in, day out thingy, is that every day about 3 a.m. there will be some movement. Now, the movement can be all the way up, it can be all the way down. But it seems that 3 a.m. to 4 a.m. is a very good time to trade because apparently the market will move in the last 1 hour and it's just very, very directional. It's either up or all the way down. And the points involved is easily 200 points. For the Dow Jones and about probably 100 points for the NASDAQ. So some individuals like myself, we are waking up at 3 a.m. in the morning just to watch the market and make some money from it before we go back to sleep again. Okay, yeah, if you are doing that yourself, let me know, yeah? Okay, good morning to you, Moray. Long time don't see you, okay? All right. So with that, let's just start our MAO, the disclaimer as usual as applied. Now, main thing is this, guys, make sure you do your trading with your risk assessment, your analysis. You have to do your terrain analysis before you embark into this journey. You can't just come online on a computer and see the color change and start to trade. This is not enough. You need to go through the day chart to go through everything to know what to do. So later on during the Super Tuesday revision, I will showcase to you once again. So if you think that you need this training, please be around at 1:30 to 2:30 p.m. I will go through the training once again with you, all right? Now, the Wall Street joke of the day today, I selected this. This is the roller coaster ride. As you can see now, right? One moment the market is up, one moment the market is down. Again, within the same day, as if it go up again, and after that, by the same day, towards the end, it come back down again. So it seems to be really doing a roller coaster ride. And as an investor, it's kind of tiring, even for myself as a trader. It's sometimes I see, oh, I'm making profit. Suddenly it's all right, the profit just evaporated. It's just a matter of 15 minutes to half an hour. So this is actually going a bit scary, but of course, we do know usually when a market behaves like that itself, there's only 2 reasons for that. 1, because the market is directionless. 2, is actually the market is either accumulating or distributing. Now, when the market is at the lower end, it's always known as accumulation because that's where people buy low. But if it's market at the peak level, where it's like near the all-time high, I cannot see its accumulation. I see more of a distribution. So it's up to individual because some people are still calling for buy. Now, for me, it's right. I believe in buying low and try to sell as high as possible for this run. It means that we can, as the market goes down, we can buy some. But as the market goes higher, you sell more. See the choice of words I'm using? That means that overall, I'm still looking to sell more from the top down than buy from the bottom. That means that I will still buy from the bottom, but the quantity, the amount, the bullet value will be much lesser because I feel that we are at the distribution phase right now, okay? All right, so yesterday I gave 2 calls on gold and silver. Then I mentioned that gold will go higher. I give you the view. I said that gold will go to 1819 because that is the KCB level and this is a fresh chocolate bar. So 1819 was the first target, but of course I said that the market must cross 1814 first. So once the market crossed 1814, you notice that it was basically grinding at 1814 for quite a while. But once the market broke the 1814, straight away it blasts up all the way to hit 1822. So 1822 was given, means 1819 was taken out. Yeah, 1819 was taken out. So it was a spot on call for gold. Yeah, so gold was definitely a spot on. All right, so if you can do me a favor, can you keep the gold spot on, because I was very clear. I told you guys, are you buying gold? I mentioned to you, and of course, some individual have made some good money from gold. Okay, all right. So when you make money from gold, that's good. Congratulations to you. Okay, hold on a minute. All right, thank you very much. Okay, now, of course, silver was even better, silver. Now, silver, basically, I told you guys that most likely silver will go up, because if gold goes up, silver will follow through. And I mentioned that although as much I love to buy 21.98, but I believe that right, silver will go up. I draw the white color arrow, you can see that. I said that the first target it will go is $23.02 as MA30. And of course, if it goes higher, $23.59, and that will be the MA200, correct? This was the 2 levels that I mentioned yesterday. And the silver go up, well, silver went up all the way to hit 23.02. 23.02 was triggered, so the MA30 was given. So MA30 was given, that means that, right, at least our first target met. Now the next target I'm looking at is $23.59. So let's see whether we can make some money out of silver. Yeah. So yesterday, silver was also recently spot on. So silver, if you have bought it yesterday, congratulations to you. Yeah, silver was also in a way spot on. Yeah. Thank you very much. You can do a silver spot on for me. It will be good. Okay. All right. Thank you very much. Okay. So with that itself, right, let's just look at the market. Now, do remember this, we have a preview this coming Saturday, and that's 10:30 a.m. to 12 noon, a 1.5 hour event. So this event itself, right, we really want you guys to consider to really join, because there will be some important market news that I want to share with you. Second itself, right, of course, this is whereby you can support us, and we would like to bring more people join our TWB community, okay? Now, at the moment now, right, FYI, do not, the special chart will be only released on the day, but I can show you a little preview today itself. I'll show a little bit to you, yeah? Just watch out for that. Now, our strategy is very simple. We're looking at the market to be bearish first, then after that, become a bullish strategy, all right? So that's why you need to attend this preview to hear me loud and clear. At the moment now, this morning, we have 60 plus people have already signed up, all right? We sent out the link yesterday, and now more than 60 people have already signed up, but we hope to hit 100 packs at least minimum for this coming Saturday. So do me a favor, support us, send this link to as many friends as possible. We'll send you the link later on through the Telegram, all right? Okay, so wait a minute. Okay, yeah. So we basically have no big data today. We only have bigger data is tomorrow, crude oil inventories. Then after that, on Thursday, we have the core CPI data, which we expected to be at least 7%. And of course, the initial jobless claim. Now, yesterday, we already done the gas and wind. So today, we won't do. So whoever wins it will win 19.88 ADA coin. All right, we'll talk about this more tomorrow and the next day. Now, this is the Dow Jones chart. As you can see very clearly, the Dow Jones chart basically moved in a very incredible way. So at the start of the, wait, let's get my colors in. At the start of the day, it just ding dong, ding dong, ding dong, ding dong throughout the whole day for 3 hours at OP. Really, it was a very tiring move. So I went to take a rest. Then once I take a rest, the market shoot up. Okay. So it went up to about 35,300, and about 3 a.m. Singapore time. That was where things have to move, all right? About 4 a.m. to be precise. What's this 1 hour delay? Yeah. So at 4 a.m. Singapore time, it peaked on its own and then sell down. Now, the selling itself was fast and furious. Within 45 minutes, the market lost approximately 200 points. So that's the reason why it seemed to be like every one last hour of the day, about 4 a.m. Singapore time, it seemed to be the best time to trade. 4 a.m. Yeah, Singapore time. Okay, because now it's this what do you call the 1 hour delay. So that's why we the last hour itself is at 4 a.m. to 5 a.m. Okay, yeah, take note of that. Daylight saving hour. Yeah. Oops, sorry. Hold on, make a mistake here. Okay, S&P 500 and NASDAQ falls to start the week as technology share struggles. Meta drops 5%. Now, I already tell you guys, Meta don't buy yet. I already said this quite a while already. I said if you really want to buy, it's pure speculation. It's not just give you a break first. Normally, after company do come out very bad earning, and if it doesn't recover within the next 2 days, usually you drop for a while because there will be all the stop loss, cut loss, margin calls will all start to surface. Then usually it may take about probably 3 weeks to 4 weeks to form a base before maybe it may recover if the market is strong enough. Okay, so yesterday the data are quite important, so I'll go through some of them. Now, first of all, we have the quarterly earning reports and always the US inflation data. Now, the important part is this: you realize that, right? The market actually like to retreat in the last 1 hour, and it be noticed by even the correspondent. Now, Meta shares went down by 5% due to the earning that was bad. And Netflix also basically struggled. Now, Netflix, we know that Bill Ackman went in to buy, right? But what happened is this. Give me a minute, guys. Give me a minute. Come on. All right. So what happened is that Netflix actually, people ask me, can buy. I said no. I said Netflix actually look at it. The subscription itself, in my opinion, will continue to go down because Disney is giving a run on money. Number two is right. Netflix, yes, indeed. And once in a while, itself they have very good production. But seriously, it's right. It's not every show that's nice. In fact, I have my fatigue with Netflix at the moment right now. So to me, it's right. This current strategy that they have, in my opinion, shouldn't win. And of course, there are more people watching the EPS right now, the earning per share. And at the moment now, 56% of the companies have reported their quarterly earnings and 70% beat the earnings. But the thing is that majority of them have actually pretty bad guidance. Yeah, pretty bad guidance on. Yeah. Okay. All right. So with another 70 companies going to report their earnings this week, that include Disney and Coca-Cola. So this will likely add pressure. Now, if Disney actually do better, right, this may actually add more pressure towards this Netflix. Yeah. Now, of course, share of Spirit Airlines and Frontier Airlines, they have announced to merge together to form a very low-cost competitor. But to me, it's right. I kind of have question on this. Yeah. Now, Peloton, we talked about this yesterday, and we talked about it last week. Now we talk about this and say that, right, Peloton has, when the share came down recently, right, then after that suddenly there was some rumor saying that Amazon and Nike is going to get involved in it, and the share went up by 21%. You notice this 20% has always been going recently, yeah. So they are saying that there could be a possible buyout of the company, but again, all these are typical news, so we only know it later. And usually you know what will happen next is that when they just say, and then after that, things just go up because Peloton share actually came down quite a fair bit, right? Who knows? These are all just internal saying just to move the share higher. A lot of things can happen in the financial world, yeah. So at the moment now, right, basically most of the tech shares are going to have some problem. We'll talk about these shares later. But investors or fund managers saying that the volatility is moderating a little bit. They expect more stronger equity inflows from systematic trader, those who do risk parity and volatility targeting. So the market is still kind of bullish. In short, they are thinking that even though the market may be down, but in the long haul, it should be able to be good. So for me, it's all right. I believe that this is a good time to take some profit while the market continues to slide. Then later on, it's when the market down quite a fair bit, like say down 20% to 40% from their high, then it will be a good time to buy. Now, yesterday, someone came to talk to me, and I mentioned this to the person. I said that most likely it's all right, that there will be more recovery towards the second half of the year because as we all know that there are about more than $3 trillion of cash actually on the sideline. And I don't think that they are that dumb enough to be buying shares at this current price right now. We do know some shares are down by 40% on all-time high, but those shares are smaller companies. So even talking about very big companies like Apple, Amazon, all these, I don't think yet because it's still quite far from it. So I kind of feel that the market has to go down a bit more than the funds are really coming to buy. Yeah, this is my personal view. Now, of course, today we have Pfizer before market open. Pfizer, BP is going to come out with their data. Peloton is after the market close. So I expect Peloton data to be very bad, in my opinion, but of course with the support, okay, maybe. Now Chipotle is also coming out after the market close. Now the rest itself, I don't really recognize them, so I may be wrong. Maybe they are a bigger company, but I don't recognize them. Then of course on Wednesday, the one that's nearest to us is obviously Walt Disney and Uber. Then of course Thursday will be Coca-Cola, Pepsi Cola, and then Twitter. Okay, so these are the bigger news that I can actually recognize. So maybe maybe like Astras and NIKKEI, Philip Morris, maybe they are also big enough. But of course, like I say, these are my personal lookout point. Now let's look at review what happened on the Dow Jones yesterday. Now the Dow Jones yesterday, you can see that we have a strong resistance over here at 35,306 and 35,207. So these two levels, if you look carefully, my goodness, look at the accuracy of it. The market actually really hit the 35,306 level perfectly, the MA 200, and stopped there and pulled back. Now, of course, why do we know the market will go up first? Because yesterday the KSI was green, and I mentioned to you that KSI uptick green. So that means the market will go up first, all right? But once it hit the two MAs, right, you notice that you have no strength and it pull back down. So you must understand why your analysis is very, very important. So you can see that yesterday the market initially went down first, then it went sideways for quite a while. Then you notice that the KSI jump came in. So when the KSI jump came in, straight away the market reacted, but it didn't have strength to go past OP, brought back down again, ding dong around OP. And again, the second one wave whereby the KSI jump again, straight away itself, the market shoot up all the way. Now, where you see the little green dots, right, that means the market hit the MA, which is what you're seeing right now, and pull back. And of course, at the same time, you remember this about the BNB, right? It's very critical for this understanding. You see a star at the top right. This star means that, right, this guy is a high and it's a BNB at the same time. So once the market loses the BNB as L, no matter what you tell me, it will be a sell. Remember that? So this is again tell you why the star is so important and the bomb is so important. But yesterday there's no bombs because there's no BNB at the low of the day. Yeah, so there's no bombs, but there's a star on top. Okay, so it's pretty impressive system as long as you know how to utilize it. Okay, now that is the Dow. That's like gold. Now gold yesterday went up as expected. Yesterday gold was a doji directional day, so which means that the market will choose one direction. Now of course the KSI was red in color, so obviously the upside is seemingly not possible. And the blue bars are still around. But once the market stays above MLP, you can see that that was a first sign of trouble different movement, and then it slowly but gradually break 1814. That is the level that we mentioned, and of course it went all the way up the south to hit the 1819, which is the KCB level. Okay, KCB level was given at 1819. Okay, so all these tells you that our system really pretty impressive to know what to do just by following the colors. Okay. So you can see throughout the whole day what happened. Let's take a look. The market ding dong first. Okay, there was this star on top. So if you remember, I tell you, right, if you see a star on a chart, right, what you need to do is just draw two simple lines, horizontal line, and the high, okay, and the low. Now you notice this, guys. If you actually draw it, you will notice that the market is seemingly trying to tell you a pattern that the market is trying to stay above a level, and every time you stay above that particular level, it will go higher. So without a doubt itself, right, some of them basically entered here, some entered here, and of course, what happened? The gold price really went up, okay, to about 1816 level. So 1814 was given, but of course, some people doesn't like it. So it's too little; they want more. So we notice that because of the market staying at the MA so long, right? You notice that the many green dots there. Many green dots means that the market will go into a big movement soon, a big downside or a big upside. So basically, from what I'm seeing right now, majority of people who are pretty nice, they always can get this movement upside. Yeah. So take note of that. So this is again another way to use the TWB system. Okay. Cool. All right. Now with that itself, right, let's look at some local and global news. Now Singapore reported 7,806 new COVID cases and 3 deaths. Now, of course, some people are saying that why is this going up? Now, because it's Chinese New Year period, as mentioned by the MOH, so a lot of backlog here itself. So now with this backlog almost getting solved, so undeniable, the data itself will go back down again. It goes from 13,000 to 10,000 to now 7,000. is quite a bit of drop already for a small country like us. Yeah. Okay, because you know why? For us itself, right, we have 7,000 cases. We're like, wow. But in Ukraine, UK itself, right, they have 57,623 cases in a single day. That's basically one national indoor stadium. So, but in terms of our hit rate in terms of GDP itself, you notice, right, we have about 390,000 people falling sick. But in terms of our population itself, about 6.5. So we are talking about less than 5%, and that's quite reasonable, because some places like America, there are more people involved. But of course, the question is India. I don't know how they get this number. Maybe the river help. So basically, right, in my opinion itself, right, the market for testing Dow Jones, you need to get something about testing the COVID becoming better. Yeah. Now we move on to the next topic about this. Now, Germany urged to wake up over Ukraine-Russia crisis before it's too late. Now, there are many people, correspondents and journalists is actually pressure. The media, I'll put it this way, is actually pressurizing this Germany to get involved. Now, Germany refused to send military hardware to Ukraine. Okay, other countries are sending, but not Germany. So, because Germany is not a member of EU or NATO, right? Sorry, because Ukraine is not a member of EU and NATO, and Germany has a control room over the dynamics with Russia when it comes to energy. So they are actually, there's a bit of like all split. I mean, there's a lot of interest split here. So Germany is basically now is refusing to help, and has even reportedly blocked others on doing it. Okay, so this is whereby people get upset. They say that Germany shouldn't be staying neutral; they should take sides. So with that, we can see what happened like now. Germany has I just saw on some mainstream media, this France president went to find Putin to talk, I think, and Germany minister went to find the American to talk. So it seems that, right, they're trying to tell each other that, you know what, let's just try to not to have anything. But for the two leaders, which is Russia and US, Putin, they are seemingly want to go for it itself. So now US reinforcement troops have arrived Europe, okay, through Germany. You can see that they are coming down with all the Apaches and stuff like that. So more than 2,000 soldiers have trooped into Europe. And of course, not everybody enjoying this. This is really another run. And of course, hopefully no one get killed. Okay, this is very, very important. And of course, at the moment now, suddenly our Singapore SAF helicopters, soldiers deployed in the nighttime counter-terrorism exercise at Star Vista Mall. I have no idea why are we doing this in the middle of nowhere. It's not Chinese. It's not this typical National Day. It's not something else. So I don't know. But of course, first thing on my mind is something that maybe they are protecting, because if really Russia is to beat Ukraine, coming into the picture and actually get Ukraine in, this is going to spark off a lot of this. Major countries want to go for the smaller countries, and of course Singapore is one of the smaller countries. We have to protect ourselves. Yeah. So if you see this helicopter with the green lights at about Holland Village itself, it's not that you are seeing alien, but just that they're doing some exercise. So to them is that basically to stay operational, okay, safeguard our Singapore sovereignty and credit security. So of course, I think we all know what's going on over here, but we just let them be, because they are still protecting us. So we should really salute them and thank them for that. Yeah. Now, some important market information for all of us here. This is kind of important. Okay, let's take a look. As I mentioned again, we have this coming preview on Saturday, and we have more than 60 people have signed. So what is the main thing that we are looking at itself, guys? What is the main thing are we looking at? Okay, as I promised you, okay, that this is the chart that I will show to you. 1 minute, guys. Just a minute. Yeah. Okay. This is the chart. Now, this is the chart that I will be showing, explaining to you in details, very detailed on this coming Saturday. I did a little preview with those people who are in the endgame group. All right, so now it happened. Apparently, what I just seen is that it happened actually around April 1987. It actually on the 3rd of July 2000. It also happened in July on 2007 and even 09. Sorry, September 09. And of course, it happened again on 3rd of February that is in year 2000. Okay, so these three setup actually brought the market down by 10 to 15% on average. So that's the reason why on this coming Saturday, I will actually go live with you and explain this with you. So do watch it, guys. If you can, try to make it for this coming Saturday. You wouldn't want to miss this very incredible mathematics that I computed to tell you where the market could be going in terms of upside and downside at the same time. Yeah. Okay. So Meta says this. Now, this is very scary. Meta says that it may shut down Facebook and Instagram in Europe over data sharing dispute. So apparently itself, right, they are telling people in Europe that they may not be able to see Facebook anymore, and this is going to be very detrimental. All right, so regulators are trying to draw a new legislation that will dictate how citizen user data get across through Atlantic. All right, so what is the reason? Because the European Court of Justice ruled the data transfer standard between EU and US doesn't have equivalently protecting the Europe citizen privacy. So Meta said that if you cannot get me whatever I want, I might just shut down itself. That's basically what it meant. So of course, people are getting worried, and that's the reason why yesterday Facebook share continued to fall. Let me just bring it to you, Facebook share right now. Just give me a moment. I set up the page first. Okay, the data is coming up. Okay, let's look at Facebook. Okay, so you can see that this is the Facebook share price movement. Yeah, I was already very negative on Facebook for a long while already, and of course I did mention to you guys to avoid Facebook. Now you can see that Facebook share from the March 2021, that was way about 255. It went up all the way to the high price itself, and the highest point was about $384. Okay. Then after that, right, after that, you can see it basically come down very, very nicely. And of course, because we use a Fibonacci from here, X and Y. So when the market came down, you notice that when it came down, reached here, it rebounded back here beautifully. And you can see it stopped there as if they know that 353 is a very important resistance. And then after that, when it goes up again, it meets 353 by $122, it collapsed, okay? Now, the last time when it hit the 61.8, you can see the market really bottom out and go up, right? This time around, it didn't. It went down lower before it tried. It did after that. Then after that, the news came in on the earnings, and wow, the market just let it go, okay? So because it was now lower, right, I cannot use X anymore. So I need to find another bigger, I need to find a new Fibo now. Let me just take this away. So I'm doing live sharing right now for those people who can see this. So I need to make the share price a bit smaller to see anything that I can see from here. So of course, in my perspective, this is actually the one cycle. So one cycle is done. To me, that is where you can start the new Fibo. So let me just try the new Fibo right now. Okay, you take the lowest point. And stretch. Okay, can go higher. Bring it down a little bit. Okay, done. Okay, so now you can see beautiful now. It shows once again the TA is lovely because this is X and this is Y. And when the market pulled back down, you notice that when it hit 38.2, the market beautifully stopped there and rebounded. So that means that the market is actually using this as the next Fibo. And now you notice that it jumps down all the way and it broke below the 61.8 because yesterday closed at 224. Now the 61.8 is 232. This is going to be quite scary though. So if the market doesn't recover or there's no buying up the share price itself, right, there is a small possibility for the market to come down to 190. All right, if the market do come down to 190, I think that will be incredible, right? That will be really, really incredible. So we will watch this out, right? So 190 is the level to watch out for Facebook. But I think that around here itself is good enough, 232, okay? So now we are already at 230, we are now at 224, we're somewhere nearby. If you want to hold and continue this, then you have to watch out for 190, yeah? Okay, all right. Now, Peter Thiel has stepped down the board of Facebook parent Meta. It's because they have, apparently he's a very controversial character. He lent his voice to Donald Trump, and he has a lawsuit against Gawker Media and some of his startup investments. So he has a bit of thing on his mind. This is Peter Thiel back about 4 or 5 years ago. So of course, at the time he was very, very open. He was basically very active in supporting Donald Trump. All right, and obviously it's all right, all good. And even Donald Trump actually say, I want to start by thanking Peter, okay? Because he saw something very clearly that maybe we didn't saw it, all right? So basically, he's very, full of praises for Peter Thiel. Now, Peter Thiel is famous for one thing. He invested 500,000 into the Facebook back then. And of course, that really helped Mark Zuckerberg to come out of that. So 500,000 back then, it sounds a lot of money. And of course, they bought a lot of servers, and that's how Facebook started off, okay? All right, so of course, one side of it is because maybe that is a lawsuit on, so you want to remove himself from the board of director, so they will not hurt the rest. Or the other one is that maybe he really do something wrong, and people feel that, right, example that some of them may have some dealings that is not legal, and then now things come hot for the law come to them rather than do anything. It's just stay at home and prepare for themselves. Yeah. Now, do note for Peter Thiel, he really do a lot of investment. One of them was Clearview back then. All right, this is a very good facial recognition system, but of course, Facebook was told to stop using it. Then, of course, he was involved in Palantir. Now, I want to bring in Palantir because this company, a lot of people like it very much. I'll bring Palantir in. Okay, go on here. Okay, Palantir Technology. Now, this company's share price, you can see, has been diving down by a fair bit. And I did mention to you back then, once it loses the $17, that's it. Remember? How many of you remember that I said for Palantir, not Palanton, okay, that this is the price down there, which is $16 level. I said that, right, if the market goes up, good, but if we crash down again to $16, be very careful because that is the 78.6. So if you remember, can you keyword remember Palantir? All right, I said that, right, the market has to stay up, and truth be told, when the market couldn't, you can see, when it couldn't, right, it goes down lower to the next level, and that level I gave was $12, $13 to be easier. So now it's actually holding around that price. So I suspect that maybe when the result come out, it won't be good. The market may gap down to maybe about $10 or lesser, and then it may do an artificial buyout. Because now at the moment now, I don't think any individual will be smart enough to go and buy it right now. So maybe if the price goes down by 10% to 15% at about $10 or below, this will be a good time to buy into Palantir. Okay, thank you very much, Dennis. It's the only one who remember that. Okay. Okay, so basically Peter Thiel was the chairman and co-founder of Palantir. And of course, he also do a lot of other investment in other companies. All right, so now basically to him himself, right, he just felt that he wanted to do more for society. And one of the things that, remember, but then Hulk Hogan, the wrestler, got into a trouble with Gawker Media. And of course, it was a very high profile legal case. And obviously the one that supported him, one of them is actually Peter Thiel. So once again, it's how this guy really know how to get the attention on him. And he now, unfortunately now, he's had to sit down and think what he had done wrong, okay? All right. So for Bitcoin, it has risen up to the highest level in a month, bouncing from January low. So Bitcoin went up to as high as 44,000. That's a lot, right? It's way above my target because I told you guys, because of the dollar now is weakening, and this is the reason why you can see that all these so-called dollar-sensitive assets going up. So let me bring you the dollar first before we go on. Now you can see that really this the dollar from the high of about 97 dropped all the way to about this 95 level. So it shows that, right, the market dropped around here itself, okay, about here, about 4%. So judging from what we are seeing right now, right, guys, this is something to take note of that. This is a low back then, and then the market perfectly hit the lower rebound, and this is also, right? But only recently you notice that the trend is no longer the same. So of course, on the upside, there is a chance that the market will behave by what you saw here and rally up. Okay, that is what we are seeing. But of course, if not, if this is going to be not doing that itself, right, then if the dollar continues to depreciate, right, that will be pretty scary to a 94 level. So for me, itself, I don't think so. You go to 94. I believe that there are more upside room for this commodity. Hence, therefore, right, I think that it's time to buckle up. And anytime the market flip over itself, we may see a 97 instead. Okay, got it? All right, so that will be the view that I have for Palantir. So you can just take note of that. I'm looking at it to go up to $97, but before that, it may have to be hurt first. Okay. Okay, let's continue. So because of Bitcoin itself, right? Bitcoin is surging, right? People asking me what's the view on Bitcoin right now. Now let's show you the spot market first before we go to the CFD side. As you can see, Bitcoin has now go higher. It crossed my 41,000 target level. So now it's going up further, right? So by right, how high can it go? Let's do a simple TA here. We take the highest point and we drag to create a downtrend line. You can see how beautiful it is. The market broke the trend line beautifully. Can you see that? So when the market go down, right, this is A and this is B, and then we extend down, C was perfecto. No more, no less, exactly the high pullback. Then after that, D, it also marginally happened for 2 days. But when the market break out here at E, wow, straight away it rally out with no kidding. So now the question is now it also went past C. So C itself will act as a very important support. Okay, C will act as a very important support. If the market continue to go higher, maybe it will go somewhere around here. Okay, and that is about 40. Wait, let me just put the number for you in. All right, it's about 45,300 level. Okay, 43,500 level. Yeah. So that means that we are looking at 43,500 level. Okay. All right. So that will be the view right now. That means that we are talking about the market coming back. Hey, sorry, this is the wrong side. Apology. Yeah. Some drawing error here. So this is C and this is D. So now market break up right now, it's at 44,000. So we're looking at the market go somewhere around here, and that's about 46,000 level. Okay. So the upside for Bitcoin can stretch further to 46,000, but I kind of believe that, right, we may be near a peak So traders, be a bit careful. Do not chase after it itself. You can see in terms of RSI reading, you can see over here, the RSI reading shows that it's actually getting nearer to the 70 region. And of course, the last few times when it hit 70 region, the market pulls back. Yeah. Okay, so watch out for that. Okay, so 46,000, yeah. Okay, so of course, some people are looking at even crazier number. They say that there could be as much as 7 rate hikes. I really don't think there will be 7. If the market goes 7, I think the whole market will collapse. So I don't think so. But you know, this mainstream media, they love to share such nonsense stuff to fool the market or bring down the market, or create some crazy bets around the market. So anyway, the average earnings has went up a little bit, so that's good news. But Bank of America, a reputable investment bank, says that there could be as many as 7 rate hikes, so that they can control the cost of living. So you can see now the hourly earnings, right? Ever since the 2008, the market was sideways and it went down quite a very bad time for almost 6 years. Then after that, now it suddenly shoot up by as high as 8%. All right, so watch out for this. This may help a little bit. Yeah, of course, leisure and hospitality is still one of the key places that people go. All right, so Goldman Sachs says that this will push into a great resignation because more people are leaving their job to go for a greener pasture for higher money. Yeah. Now, stocks have survived the past month volatility, but investors are very worried and wary. Yeah. So you can see that this S&P chart, we can see it's ding-donging on the side. This is not drawn by me, drawn by someone else. By Santoli. He said that the market is basically on a sideways track itself. Anything can happen, but of course there should be more further upside. Now, the market at the moment now is kind of bullish overall. Okay, there are more people buying than selling. The market sentiment is also there. And of course, energy and financial are doing well because of the interest rate and the lower dollar. So all these are helping the market a bit here and there. And of course, this continued bleeding in Facebook is really a worry, because if it turns ugly itself, right, this may actually create more problem. And of course, at the moment now, the market breaks kind of flat, though, although the market is overall still look positive, but the market is overall flat. And VIX itself, right, let's bring out VIX. I want to look at VIX recently because I think VIX is about to move soon, in my personal perspective. Yeah, my personal perspective. Now, VIX itself, you can see it has break above the trend line, but now it's trading slightly lower, right? But this particular point is this: you really want something light, yeah? So for me itself, right, this is my personal view. Take a look. At the moment now, it closed about 23 yesterday. Now, if you go down to about 21, I will look to buy some. If you can cross past this point, which is about probably 26, not 25, I'll buy more. And of course, if it goes higher, 28, I'll buy even more. And of course, when it hit the point of about 33, well, 30, 31, 30, 28, it might go to 31 level. So of course, the highest level you can go could be as high as 38 level, yeah? So traders, take note of that: 25, 28 first, then after 31, the last one will be 38. Okay, that is where I suspect that you will go again. Okay, all right, so because the RSI reading now is kind of the low end itself, and I believe that there'll be more volatility coming up soon. So that's the reason why I want you to take a look at this VIX, okay? I'm gonna key in the information now to you guys. Okay, so look out for VIX. I already given you my Q already. Okay, so with that itself, right, we have covered the all the usual. Let's go do some alternate market news, and this one itself is a bit of update about my view on the current situation with the balance sheet of Federal Reserve, and also the what they will do and the recall of what happened back in 2018. Yeah. Now we all know that in 2018, there was where the Federal Reserve actually took out some money from the balance sheet. It's not a lot if you compare to the entire amount of money they put in. Over here you can see the amount of money they put in from this period of time itself, right, is basically almost $2 trillion. But when it basically take away from the market, right, it was less than $1 trillion, okay, less than that. And the market really tanked by 20% from there itself. Then of course, when the repo operation come in, they need the money to move around. They start to basically stop their removal. They start to put in more money into the system. Then of course, when the pandemic came in, the putting of money was really ridiculous. Yeah, a very casuism way of doing this to make sure the economy doesn't collapse. Okay, so now got the idea now, right? So let's look what I'm going to share with you, getting a chart. Now take a note. Now basically it's all right in 2016 where the interest rate was hiked the first time. Indeed, the market actually did fall. The market actually did fall from 20,000, drop all the way to about 18,000 to 17,000, remember? So yes, indeed, by increasing interest rate did help the market to bring down lower. But after that, notice the market continued to go up its own because there were more money coming into the system. There was no money in the system, but the market just find that it's okay. Because you high interest rate, the bank sector, the technology, sorry, the bank sector and the energy sector will actually benefit. Yeah. Then after in 2016, only very near to the end of the year, they actually added the second interest rate hike. So although the first one everybody anticipated, but the next one was so far away. So that shows that right, maybe all the 5 rate hike could be fake or not going to be able to utilize. Maybe one or two will be more than enough. Yeah. Oh, sorry. Let me just get this done. Oh, and there's some problem with my screen right now. Moment, please. Okay. So do take note as well, right? Back then, when they are starting to do the so-called reduction of the balance sheet was $4.4 trillion on about 6 December back then to 2017. Yeah, December 2017. So when they steadily remove some of the money from the balance sheet, now take a note what happened. By 18th of September, that means that in 18th September 2019. So back then was 2017, to make it easier, like January 2018 to 2019 September, so plus minus itself of 21 months. All right, or 22 months, the market only came down to 3.8. So at the earlier was 4.4, this is 3.8. That means they only reduced about $600 billion from the market, and the market basically sell down by more than 24%. So you got to point out, right? So with this now, they are now looking to remove as much as, okay, this $30 billion from the $300 billion from the balance sheet. All right, so they really want to do it, but of course, remember that if they do it itself, right, this is the worst part of it. Okay, the market itself couldn't take it. Yeah, that's why when the market basically lost this $0.7 trillion, all right, the market basically came off quite a fair bit during this period of time. Yeah, so that's why best is to follow what the decision says and just follow through. Yeah, do not change it on your own. Okay, all right. Okay, so you got the idea now? Okay, so got the idea? So basically means that, right, if let's say they are, imagine in 2016 itself, right, when the market actually came down by less than $1 trillion, the market down by 24%. So let's say now, if let's say Federal Reserve is going to do more, as what they say, they're going to cut down even more and cut down by $1 trillion. So imagine the market will drop how much? Easily, it'll be at least 20%. So to me, it's all right. It makes lots of sense that the market will be coming off the next few months because the Federal Reserve will definitely increase interest rate. The only problem is they're going to put it in one shot or half, or just place it across a few months. We won't know. We look at the result of their meeting, but definitely for sure a rate hike is definitely. It's just the number is how many and how much it will be, and of course after that, how many times will that be? All right. Okay, so it's time to look at my chart right now. With the charting side, the bull goes moo, the bear goes grr, and the lemming go is different this time. Yeah. Now, one of the biggest reasons today you can see right now is happening is the China market is down. Now, today is an omega. Now, today, China is an omega sell. Why? Look at it. The opening price and the high is exactly the same, 15011.6. The opening price and the high is the same. So China was an omega. So not too sure why the one saw it. China was a omega flat top. Yeah. So with the China omega flat top itself, definitely we're going to see a lot of selling in the market, right? And of course, when the China market is selling, undeniable itself, it will means that there will be selling in Hang Seng. So now you understand why Hong Kong itself is coming down, although the US market tried to recover, but the Hong Kong market is coming down. And I told you guys 2 days ago, I said that the market will come down because why? I said that because of the resistance on the MAs, remember that? And I also mentioned to you that, right, the market is a BNB yesterday. So if the market is a BNB, that means the market will go down to -1 times 1. And if that happens, that means the market will likely test the previous low. So I'm confident to say that, right, very good chance China market will drop another day, today or tomorrow, to go down to hit the -1 times 1 rather easily, all right? So traders, take note of that, yeah? So that means it's about probably 14,566 level. Okay, that's what I view from the market. So take note of that. Okay, so let's look at the general market for today. Let's take a look at the US Dow Jones first. So obviously the China market is down, US market can't be too much higher. So let's take a look. Oh, interesting, everybody. Take a look, everybody. This is fun, this is interesting. We have 3 things to watch out for. Number 1, okay, I'm gonna go through the things slowly. We have the MA 200 that is at 35,306. We have the MA 30 at 35,177. We have the MLP at 35,123. So 3 terrains are negative. So which means that if the market touches MLP, we just saw, and fail to stay above MLP and go down below OP, it's a sell. Now today is a doji directional day. So confirm another potential big movement day coming in. So my view is this: there are 2 KCB over here now, and it's supporting the Dow Jones. But if the Dow Jones continue to sell down, then my view for today, 34,798 is actually very possible. But if you tell me I'll be more greedy, that is a fresh chocolate bar, a fresh KCB at 34,705. Now this level makes more sense to me. So to me, it's all right. That means tonight we may see a 300-point sell-off in Dow Jones. Now, of course, what's the reason? We don't know. But since the last hour, there's some selling in the market, and there's no big earnings today, except for maybe after the market. So probably we may see some selling. Okay, but the KSI is green in color, although it's down tick, but still green. So that when the market goes to down and every gantry level, do consider to take some profit. Yeah. This is very important, okay? So watch out for this. The Dow Jones may actually go down to 34,705. Now, of course, if the market goes up instead, then of course the MA 30 will be 35,306 would be the best support, the best reason for upside, yeah? So watch out for this. We have 300 points upside movement and 300 points downside movement potentially. Okay, all right, so take note of that. Very, very important. Please take a picture of this, screenshot this, because this will help you later on. You will know what to do later on, okay? Okay, so then I'm done with the Dow Jones. Let's look at the NASDAQ. Now, NASDAQ continued to fall. I already given you my view 2 days ago. I said NASDAQ will fall. And now today it's still below MA 200, below MA 30, and below MLP. So which means that NASDAQ, the first support level with the KCB at 14,469 I mentioned yesterday, it should be a very important level to watch out for. If the market goes down further, my goodness, the next KCB is 14,185. Now this is a fresh chocolate bar when that happens. So imagine if the market down to 14,185, oh my goodness, the selling will be really bad because now it's already 597. We're talking about basically 400 points drop from the market. Yeah, 400 points. Okay, so I don't think we may see that, but we're going to leave it down there. Yeah, 400 points sell off. My God. Okay, so this is S&P 500. S&P 500 is also showing the same thing. It's all below the MA 30 and MA 200, and it's also now marginally below the MLP. So which means that now 482 is a very important pivot point that it has to stay support. If the market lose support, it may drag it down all the way to 4446. And of course, there is a chocolate bar that is unused. That's 4433. Okay, 4433. So I don't know what happened, but today seemingly both the Dow Jones and S&P have turned red at the moment right now. So this may bring some pressure down on the market. Of course, at the moment now, no need much worry because the KSI is still green in color. Yeah. So just wait for it for a while. Okay. All right. Now Hang Seng. Now, Hang Seng today really show its power impact. Today, Hang Seng is a doji directional day below MA 200, but above MA 30. So momentum-wise is strong. But you can see today, right, the market actually rejected the MLP very nicely. The MLP is 24,498. The market couldn't stay above MLP and sell down. Wow, sell down. So now it's going to be very near to the 24,137 because that is the pivot 2. Now, if the market breaks pivot 2, it will also break the MA 30, right? MA 30 is 124, 123. So how low can it go? My goodness, if it continue to slide, okay, it will cover the gap. This is the gap that the market actually missed out, right? So that you cover the gap. Okay, so how much would that be? The opening price, it will be 23,590. I'm saying, yeah, sorry. I'm saying itself will be 23,590. Okay, so if the market is to really fall and cover the entire gap, this movement itself is actually about 700 points movement. Wow, 700 points is a lot, man. Okay, 700 points is a lot, yeah. So MA 30 and MA 200, MA 30 and pivot 2 is a stack, yeah. So if the market come down, it should be supported. But if the market cannot get supported, it will send the selling down straight away. Okay, so traders really watch out for that. Yeah, no joke. Yeah. Okay, now I want you to show the MLP power first, the impact of the MLP. You can see that this is the impact of the MLP just now earlier. The market went up first, then the star is born, then we put the 2 lines there, and then we notice the market rejected MLP brilliantly. Once it rejected MLP, broke below OP, the market just sell all the way sell. All right, so again and again, this shows you that how powerful it is. Even the bomb is there, you put 2 lines, but if the market cannot stay above it, you cannot buy. If it goes below it, it's a sell. So there's double sell on it itself, right, for the Hang Seng. So very important, you must know how to use the bomb and star very accurately. Now, Nikkei has went up this morning. Okay, Nikkei went up this morning because the dollar is weak. I'll show you the dollar chart later. Now, the Nikkei went up first, but once it touches the 27,496, the MA 30, it got rejected there and came back down. Now, today is also a doji directional day, another doji directional day. The KSI is green, it's uptick. That's why the market this morning went up first. This is a very important information because the market KSI is green, uptick, and the market itself, right? Once the market break above MLP is a buy. So let's take a look in the 15-minute chart to see it better. You can see that, right? Initially, when the Nikkei opened this morning, once it broke above it stays above OP, And the MLP, once it break right, straight away the Nikkei shoot up all the way to KTR KTR plus 3, almost there. Then after that, it succumbed to some profit taking, and the US some profit taking, it came back down again. So you can see that, right, the market CCRY, and of course the BNB, right, the low, right? So there will be a bomb at the bottom. Yeah, confirm there will be one. Yeah, let me bring it down. See, confirm there will be a bomb at the bottom. So the bomb at the bottom is a BNB. So what happened? You need to do is just put the 2 lines in at the high and the low. So when the market breaks itself, it was a buy. Can you understand this? This is the power of the bomb and the star. It will give you a very good guidance of what is the potential low of the day and the potential high of the day. And in this case itself, right, when the market created a bomb here itself, just put 2 lines at the chart. And once it crosses above this, and you notice the CCRY at the same time, you just have to buy. All right, when it bought itself, almost instantly you see profit like this. Really incredible. That's why some people ask me to join. Is it better to join Nikkei at about this 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock? I told you 7 o'clock is a good bet already. 7 o'clock, yeah. Try it. Okay. All right. Anyway, this is my view on the Nikkei. I'll show you the dollar chart right for the dollar chart. Now, this is a dollar chart right now. You can see the dollar it came down quite a fair bit. So the dollar depreciate in value. So the Nikkei, because the yen will increase. I mean, the yen will actually increase in value. So usually it will hold down the Nikkei a little bit. So, okay, if the dollar starts to recover, then the yen will decrease. Then there could be some movement. But of course, that will basically look at the weather or not, right? The dollar increases itself, the yield will increase. If the yield will increase itself, then of course there'll be more selling across board for the equity market. All right, so watch out for this. Okay, how about this DAX day chart? Hold on, yeah. Now, DAX day chart shows that the selling really came in. I already said that there'll be some selling on DAX. It really happened. So now for today, I suspect that DAX will drop further, in my opinion. I think that it will go down further to here. And this is a KCB at 14,892. Okay. All right. Of course, it may start at 15,032, but I just got this feeling that today we may see something drastic. We may see 14,892. Okay. So traders, take note of that. Yeah. Okay. Now, crude oil has been staying around the 90 level quite a while already. Crude oil. Now, today, crude oil is also a doji directional day. So today got a lot of DJDD. So if the DJDD stays below OP, then of course, if the market stays below $90.41, the OP of today, then the market will go down. And I'm looking at $85.70. Now, of course, to think that you go down so low, not possible. So the market may think that if it goes up, right, then easily you go to $92.80. Okay, so the view is here is very simple. If the market stays down, it may go down all the way to 85.70. If the market stays up, then 92.80 will be the positive upside for the crude oil. At the moment now, the KSI is still very green. It's just that the strength is not there today and tomorrow. So traders, just be very careful on that. And I kind of like this particular movement right now. Because if the market breaks above the pivot 1, it will have to break past the BNB 1x1, and that's $92.80. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so we're done with the indices, and now we do some commodities other than crude oil. We look at gold. Now, gold today is a CCRY. It's a CCRY on the day chart. So by right, we should see upside for gold. Upside, the first upside itself will be 1827. 1827 will be the first upside. Okay. The next upside target will be 1830 because that's a pivot 1. If the market can cross pivot 1 nicely, then of course it will go all the way to 14,008. For 1800, sorry, my bad. 1847, yeah, 1847. That means that if the market can break 1830, the market will go to 1847. Okay. Now, to me, it's all right. As long as the dollar continues to depreciate, the gold price can go higher. But the dollar kind of, in my opinion, itself may be hitting near the low level. It may recover. Let's go back to the dollar chart again. Let's double confirm this. You can see the dollar chart itself, right, seemingly firming up already. The RSI is nowhere near the 30. It's firming around the 50 region. So seemingly, if the market stays up, the dollar goes up, the gold will have to come down. But at the moment now, since everything is still the same, then watch out for gold to hit 1827 first. Then after that, 1830, and of course, the best price will be 1847. Okay, 1847. Now, of course, the downside on this gold is that if the gold come down, then it will take down away all the numbers here at 1815 and 1813, because that is the what do you call it? The two of them are quite near each other, the stack over there in terms of the indicator. So about 1814, that will be the support, yeah, for gold. The same level that we called for yesterday for support. Okay, that's gold. Let's look at silver before we end this today MAO. Now, silver today is not moving according like what the gold is moving. A bit interesting. Today, silver has pulled out a little bit. It has got itself rejected at $23.05. Not too sure what's a rejection, but there's some rejection down there. So if the market recovers from it and cross the MA30, it may go all the way up to $23.32. The ultimate target is still here, $23.58, because that is the grand upside itself. Okay, so watch out for this. I still believe that it will be able to catch up. All right, it will recover. So let's see whether silver really do that. Yeah. Okay, so I'm done with the commodity, and last two will be Bitcoin and Ethereum. Now, Ethereum, as you can see, it is getting stronger and stronger the day itself. Now, Ethereum, it came down from 2100, which is here, and it recovered all the way now to 3100. Okay, so my view is this. The market has already given you the chocolate bar. The market has also given you some of the pretty good stuff. I think that this is a good time whereby we should say that the last upside to go will be approximately here, 33.20, because this is where the fresh chocolate buy are. If it might cross here itself, it will go towards the MA 200, right, and that's 36.22. So to me, is I think the furthest upside I can think of is 43.20, and of course that's all. Now the KSI is still green. There's no blue bar, shows that there's still got upside potential. Yeah, but I think 33.20 will be my level that I think it will go. Now Bitcoin has crossed, as I say, 44,000. That's way above my personal value of 42,000. So I'm wrong. So from the chart view itself, right, it does shows that the market has a little bit more chance to go higher. So why do I say that? Right, if you look at it, this is the range of the entire this movement here. All right, so my view is this: if let's say the market is so hot on this phone now, if this data is coming in, okay, just give me a moment. Here's for $51. So if the market is to do 1/4 of this, that means the market has to go $51 and higher. So let me just get my thing up. Some technical error again. Okay, so from here to here is about 5,000. So if the market at this point now increased by 5,000, this point now is about 40,000, about 41,000. So 41,000 plus 5,000 will give you 46,000. So that is coincide. It coincide with this one here. If the market goes higher, it will coincide to my target of 46,000 on that, and this is also KCB. So 46,000 will be next for Bitcoin if the market just suddenly push up for whatever reason, because maybe the market is going to buy a crypto because they are worried, they are kind of worried for the equity market. It's all possible, yeah. So upside itself is 46,000. The downside itself with the MLP at 42,850. So we let's take a look here. KSI is red, no blue bars, so that means that the market is kind of jittery right now. Yeah. Okay. All right, so that will be all for today's MAO. Let me just a quick summary. Now, my view is this: today there could be some more profit taking. Tomorrow is a bit more. Then maybe Thursday to Friday there should be some recovery. And to me, it's all right for overall Here is all for people who have COVID. Don't worry, it's all okay. Just take more rest if you find. All right, that'll be all for today. Thank you very much once again. I will see you guys at 1:30 p.m. So it means that I need to rush to the office right now. At 1:30 p.m. we will do the revision. Yeah. Hopefully you like what I shared today. That'll be all for today. See you then. Bye bye.